You know, I thought we played a really complete game. Always go in trying to figure out, how we can get better from half to half. And I thought it was that moment in the first half where things were a little close. Offensively, we were not clicking, and our defense inserted into the game where I think we went on a 19-0 run. Um, I thought our guys were very active. We spent a lot of time on Monday really getting better in our press. That was the advantage of having a few days off, and we worked on some stuff. We improved, and I thought it paid off for us. Forcing Charleston Southern into 22 turnovers, and we having 11 steals, and we were over 40 some deflections. So very happy with the way we played. You look at our team tonight, we were able to display how much depth that we have, and in the first two or three games, we've had probably one guy play over 30 minutes, and then everybody else in the 20s or a little bit below. But I thought we did some really good things. It was good for DJ Horn to get going. His stat line was good, 18 points. He's our leading rebounder today, so I get a chance to talk a little trash to our post guys about that part of it. But really good team win. Something that we can build on.
You talked about Dennis Parker not looking like a freshman out there, and it seemed like you really lived up to the billing tonight. What's your initial impression of his performance?
He's a sponge. He and I had a great conversation the other day, and it was about expectations and what I'm looking for from him. And I said, Dennis, in two games you only got 5 rebounds, so he goes out and rebound. He's probably been our top one or two guy leading us in deflection the first 3 games. Played active, did a great job. He grew today. He got a lot better today, and that's good because as Dennis Parker becomes a better player as a freshman, it's only going to help our team.
Kind of felt like the press in the first half was trying to energize the team, but then when you went with 4 guards and DJ Burns, it just went to a different level of energy.
Yeah, I think we really, JC, we really got after it. This was the best pressure that we've had in our short season, where everybody's got after it. We mixed it up a little bit, some zone press. We had been playing a lot of full court man to man because I wanted those guys to get in great shape before we start putting all the pressure in there, and it really paid off. I thought we kind of took the rhythm away from those guys, didn't really let them get into a flow.
Because you might deny it in February, she did sneak in a zone toward the end of the game. It looked like
What zone? This is man to man. What do you mean?
3, 4 minutes left.
I don't know.
I
Hey,
mean, I think
if
Coach
if
has spent a lot of practice time
if if we
preparing for some zone.
if we played a zone, that means one of the assistant coaches called it. I didn't do it. No, we played a little zone. We did. Thought it was active.
What did you think of the ball movement tonight? In the first half, shots weren't falling, but it felt like the ball was moving around a lot and creating open shots. They just weren't falling.
Yeah, I love our numbers. On our early season, we've taken care of the ball. We had only 6 turnovers tonight. We've had now a game with 13 assists and then 19 the other night. But we shared the ball. I think being off for a little time kind of, threw our offense a little bit, but it helped our defense. It helped us. We had a little bit more fresher legs on the defensive end.
Speaking of the defense, on that 19-0 run, of the 9 scoring possessions, there was a significant defensive play that preceded those points. What does that tell you about the growth of this team and where it's going?
We just it's. I talk about this all the time. When you got 8 new dudes and you got some guys, when you think about the guys who are returning, only 2 of them played minutes. So you're really trying to play a rotation of 10 guys that only a couple of them are returning to the program. When you see stuff like that, it means that we're coming together as a team. And that's tough because you want to try to, develop that stuff as early as you can. And we still got a long ways to go. We still got a lot of growing to do, both offensively and defensively. But I thought we were really connected tonight.
How are you seeing Mo and DJ Burns kind of coalesce in the front court?
I think they're doing a good job. I think the great thing about it's so easy to play with DJ Burns because he looks to pass. And even though he's very efficient, there was a moment now he had his offensive moments in the game and played so well. But he for him, I know he'll look at this and say he had 16 points, but he'll love the fact that he had a few assists. It says one. We got to check the box score on that, but he made some plays and he demands so much attention that guys will have an opportunity to be open. But I think those two guys are playing really good basketball together. I love it when we can go smaller at times when we put Dennis at the 4 or sometime even Casey. But we've got different lineups that we can throw at you.
When you have one game in whatever amount of days, 10, 11 games between Abilene Christian and Vanderbilt, I'm sure that guys are able to catch up academically. I'm sure there's things you're able to do in practice. Does it kind of feel like a second preseason a little bit when you have one game in whatever amount of days this will be?
Not really, JC. It's so early. And, it's the way these schedules are set up is, you're either going to play a lot of games really early, then have a break somewhere around Thanksgiving and into that part of it. For our situation, just happened that we have 3. And then when we get to Vegas from that point on, it's like, maybe an NBA schedule we get to go on. But you do have a chance to work on. You do have a chance to work forward. You do have a chance to be able to work on some things. But it's always for coaches, it's a dangerous thing because, when you're playing good basketball, you want to play every other day. And when you're not, you need a break. You want to be able to work on some things. So it's good and it's bad at times.
Going back to Burns, what did you think of that spin move dunk that he had during that 19-0 run?
Is that his first dunk here?
I don't know.
We got to figure it out. That was pretty smooth right there. It's great. He made a great move, and as you guys know, he's fun to watch. He can make plays, and I thought that was a really spectacular play in the game.
We've seen L.J. Thomas a little bit early, but do you expect him to have a bigger role in the lineup, or could we see him redshirt?
No, he won't redshirt. Our basketball is a little bit different than football. I think football you can take 4 games and be able to redshirt. In basketball, once you play unless there's an injury. He's gonna play. He just gotta obviously. We've got so many guys we're developing. We're trying to figure out our rotation, and I thought he did a good job with his minutes that he had tonight.
On that note, do you wish that NCAA would have some sort of allowance of number of minutes played being redshirt eligible, and that certainly help with indicating some injuries?
Not my call. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. We play so many games, and so if it's 4 for football, what would it be for basketball if you're doing it on a percentage? So it's hard to figure that out. In basketball, you make a play. If they did it that way, you may play half of your games and then decide to redshirt. So I don't know. It's not my call.
Who gets the game ball for today's game?
I would give the game ball to DJ Horn. I thought I look at the stats that win you the game. I thought he rebounded the ball. I thought he was very solid. Yeah, he scored the basketball. But for me, the game ball goes typically to the guy who I think impacted the game in a positive way other than just scoring.
There were some Wolfpack legends in the house. Does the team get a little more juked, a little more excited by that?
Man, listen, to have legends, and I just say more to let we know about the GOAT, and the GOAT's the GOAT. But when you got, members of the 74 team championship and you got members of the 83 team championship, you better play hard because those guys know how to play. And those guys were the backbone of anybody who comes into this program from that point on. And not only were they a good team, they're good people. They've been very inspirational to our players, and our players had an opportunity at an NIL event last night to meet, talk, chop it up with them a little bit, and I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. Their wisdom and their experiences here at NC State is second to none, and they're champions. So, you better bring it if you got those guys in the building.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. If I don't talk to you guys, happy Thanksgiving.